welcome New York State Parks Acting Commissioner Eric Coulsay, Suffolk County Executive Steve Malone, Jeff Price, Chief Commercial Officer, PGA of America, Charles Robson, General Chair, 2019 PGA Championship, and please welcome Governor Andrew Cuomo.
Thank you. Well, what an exciting day. Thank you all very much for being here. It is a beautiful day, and we hope the weather continues all throughout this championship. This is really a great day for golf. It's a great day for the state of New York. Let me thank and introduce my colleagues from my far left. We have Commissioner Coulsay, who's the State Commissioner of Parks, and you are at State Park, obviously. Suffolk County Executive Steve Malone, who was very helpful in orchestrating today and making today a reality. We have Jeff Price from PGA of America, and I want to thank Mr. Price very much for all his hard work. You know, these are big events. They don't come together as easily as one might guess, and he's done an extraordinary job. And Charlie Robson, who was with us when we announced this great event, and I want to thank him very much for his participation. This is not only a great national event, it's a great and proud moment for the state of New York. I want to thank everyone on the PGA of America side who worked so hard to make it a reality. The local officials, the state officials, all the community people who worked so hard. This is a homecoming for the PGA in many ways. The PGA started and was created in New York, and they had their first tournament in 1916. And Larry Schwartz, who is with us today, who is former secretary to the governor, took it as a personal project to bring the PGA of America back to New York, and he was instrumental in getting it done. Let's give him a round of applause. And they are playing at what New York State considers one of our gems, Bethpage Black. It is legendary. It is a state park. It's a state facility, and in many ways one of the great prides of our New York State park system. We have invested in all our state parks, but we've invested here at Bethpage Black $3 million in clubhouse upgrades to the course, upgrades to the walkways. So I think the players will all be very happy with what they see. We're also excited for the 2024 Ryder Cup, which is one of the oldest and most revered international competitions. It's going to be held here, the first Ryder Cup held at a municipal golf course. And congratulations to the PGA of America for that. Besides being a great event for golfers and people who watch the sport and follow the sport, it's also a great economic engine for all of Long Island. We expect over 200,000 spectators, 1,100 jobs created around this event, an estimated $120 million impact. So not only is it a great sport, great history, and a great event, it's also good business for Long Island. So it serves multiple purposes. I hope the spectators and the visitors who come take the opportunity to enjoy all of Long Island. Bethpage State Park is beautiful, but Long Island also has some of the most beautiful beaches in the United States of America, some of the greatest history, some of the greatest fishing. It really is a place where you can do anything that you want to do. You can do on Long Island. We want to encourage and grow the sport of golf in New York. It's a growing sport and a great sport. To help encourage that, the state is going to sponsor an event on July 20th where anyone under the age of 18 years old can golf for free at any of our state facilities. And it's a nice way to get young people out to experience the game, and I think once they experience it and they understand it, they will be hooked. So we look forward to doing that. I'm excited about today. I'm excited about the PGA of America and what they've done. I'm excited about the upcoming Ryder Cup. And I can't tell you how grateful I am to all the people who have been involved. I hope this is the beginning of many more to come. I think it's going to be a great experience for all involved. And I think it'll be the precursor of a great relationship between the PGA of America and the state of New York. With that, let me turn it over to Mr. Jeff Price. And again, a hearty thank you to the PGA of America for being here and for helping us enjoy this beautiful park on beautiful Long Island. Mr. Price.
Governor, thank you so much for taking time out of your incredibly busy schedule to join us today. It's a pleasure as the Chief Commercial Officer at the PGA of America and a resident of Long Island. I live in Seacliff just up the road, to be here and be at this wonderful state park, the People's Golf Course, to host our 101st PGA Championship. So we're thrilled to be here. And it's truly tomorrow the start of a magical 4 days of competition. We were with our defending champion, Brooks Koepka, last night. He is incredibly focused on defending his Wanamaker Trophy title and really looking forward to getting out there. We obviously have all heard the grow of the Tiger roar coming off what he accomplished at the Masters. We have Jordan Spieth looking for a career Grand Slam. And ultimately, 99 of the top 100 players in the world will be out there starting tomorrow competing for that Wanamaker Trophy. So we're thrilled to be here. I want to thank Eric, all the work that you do. This facility is tremendous, and we're so proud to be hosting it here. Eric. Steve, for all the support that Suffolk County has given, and Laura, who is unable to be here in Nassau County, your support and cooperation would not be possible if we didn't have that kind of support from both counties, and we greatly appreciate that. It's really important to know that the PGA of America is made up of 41 sections, and we're incredibly proud to be here in the Met section. Charlie, the longtime executive director and really the godfather of golf in this area. Let's give a round of applause to Charlie. We have 1,400 professionals who, Governor, you talked about that day trying to get youth out. Both of my kids play junior league golf under the eyes of our professional at Nassau Country Club. And the ability of our pros to connect with consumers and get them excited about the game, get them playing the game. We want to grow this sport. We want to get the great walk that you have out there is fantastic. And so the work that our professionals do here, they are great players. 5 of the Met section players are actually qualified for the tournament. They'll be out there. Cheer for those underdogs. 20 of our professionals who compete at the highest level will be in the field. We're thrilled about that. It's going to be a tremendous week. But really, we're here to talk about the tremendous partnership that we have with the state of New York. Governor, the support that you've given us and all the resources that have come to help us be able to put this tournament on truly would not be possible without your support. For that, we say thank you. Just a couple of other facts to note. We will have 3,500 volunteers that will be out there. 75% of them have come from New York State, and many of them from Suffolk and Nassau County. So we're thrilled to be able to have locals involved in helping to make this tournament come together. As the governor mentioned, it's a homecoming. The association was founded in 1916 in New York City. So to come back, to come to a public golf course, we're thrilled about. The good news is this is not, as the governor said, the last time we'll be here. Next week, we will be in Rochester with the KitchenAid Senior PGA Championship, another great championship on that tour. We will be back in 23 in Rochester with the PGA Championship, and then the Ryder Cup coming in 2024. So we have a cadence of major championships in the state of New York that we are absolutely thrilled about. And again, that cooperation and support from the state is terrific. Finally, we want to welcome fans not just from New York, but there will be guests here from all 50 states and 40 countries, creating that economic impact that the governor talked about. We're so thrilled to bring the championship here. We're excited about the next 4 days. And again, thanks to all the support from the folks at the table up here and all of those resources, we're able to conduct this championship. In addition to recognizing Charlie and all the work he's done, I just want to point out Scott Reed, who is our tournament director. Scott and his team have truly done a marvelous job. As you can imagine, in the shift of the championship, we've held this championship in August since 1972. This is the first year we're conducting it in May. And so the work that went into getting the course in the condition that it's in right now, and the setup that was done through the winter months and then that early spring growing season, Scott and his team, the course superintendents, and everyone here at Bethpage State Park, we are set up for a great championship. But again, we just want to say thank you to the state of New York, to Suffolk County, and to Nassau County for the support that we're giving. Let's have a great championship.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Price, and thank you very much, Mr. Robson, for everything. With that, let me turn it over to the great county executive of Suffolk County, Stephen Ballone.
Thank you very much, Governor. It's great to be here. What's better than Bethpage Golf Course, Bethpage Black? I was telling the governor before, today is my 15th wedding anniversary. So I had to explain to my wife that I had to go to the PGA Championship today because the governor was coming, and it's just my obligation to be there. It is a incredible event, and we couldn't be more excited on Long Island to be hosting what is one of the great sporting events in our country. And, we get to showcase the world's best golfers here on this public course. And I thank Jeff and Charlie and Scott and Eric and the team here at the golf course, all of our law enforcement. But I particularly want to thank you, Governor, for your leadership in making the critical investments in our state park system. This is a very special place. Bethpage has always been an iconic place on Long Island, but it can only host premier championships like this, world-class events, because the state of New York, under the governor's leadership, is making the investments in this park, in our state parks across New York. And that is so critical. And I think the governor spelled it out well. Parks are not just recreational assets, they are economic development tools. This park, while it is wonderful for families to be able to come here, golfers like myself, hack golfer, I'm not allowed on Bethpage Black. They have a sign that says this is only for serious golfers. It is that difficult. But to come here and be able to spend time here, it is a great economic engine, though, for Long Island as well. And Governor, we really appreciate the investments that you've made here. And again, as you've heard, Long Island will be showcased. We'll not only have hundreds of thousands of people attending the event here, all eyes on the world will be here on Long Island, and that's a great thing for our region. We've certainly done everything we can to support this event because we know how important, how valuable it is to us as a region. So we couldn't be more excited to be hosting the PGA Championship here. I know Laura, the county executive of Nassau, Laura Curran, has been working very hard on this as well. And we just want to thank everybody who helped make this possible, particularly Governor, thank you for the investments here at Bethpage.
Thank you very much. The only negative from a personal point of view was because I was involved in the orchestration of this event, and County Executive Ballone and County Executive Curran, we were disqualified from competing in the event, and that's why we won't be there. But other than that, it's all good news. Any questions from the press for myself or any of my colleagues that are on topic? Anything off topic, we'll take afterwards. Okay, I'm not going to ask twice. Thank you very much.